It's crazy. This free agency is nuts. It's nuts, I tell you. It's probably the last time I'm wearing my Kyrie Boston shirt. With Carcino on the arm. It hurts. Thanks, Corey. Now, I have reported that Kevin Durant was apparently going back to the Golden State Warriors. What's wrong, baby? My babies. The Hooters girls of Tampa Bay. They lied to me, baby. They lied to me. And you know what happened? You lied to my Tampa Bay women. You let us down. KD has a 162 million dollar 4-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets that's about to be signed. It's already signed now. That announcement is coming within the next hour or so. Kyrie Irving is getting ready to sign it, or have already signed a 4-year, $141 million deal with the Brooklyn Nets. Which might mean Draymond might stay. But here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the kicker. We're going to go into why all of this has just taken place. Now, when Kyrie and Kevin Durant was talking in the offseason or during the All-Star game, and they were speaking, everyone was thinking they were going to New York. Remember I told you Kevin Durant was going to New York? It was done. He had bought the property already out there. He had his family doing it incognito. I knew he was gone then. So I'm like, well, he's going to the Knicks, because we thought ain't no way in hell he'd be going to the Nets. Why the hell would he go to the Nets? Even though the Nets were a better team, it just didn't seem like the Nets were willing to spend that kind of money. Oh, they were willing. The Nets love being in the playoffs. And it's 1 hour away before all of these announcements start flying around. But we're going to get into Kevin Durant for a minute. In 1 minute. Let's get into Kyrie Irving first. Let's get into Kyrie first. Kyrie Irving, war number 11 for Boston. Do you want to know why Kyrie Irving is gone? He's gone because of Danny Ainge. Yes, Quinn, and we're going to go into why I said all of that with KD. But we're going to focus on Kyrie right now. Kyrie was all prepared to stay with the Boston Celtics back in January. What has happened since January? They could not fix the problem that they wanted to have happen. Kyrie Irving wanted Jason Tatum and Brown to be traded at the trade deadline. He wanted them gone. one or two had to leave. And Danny Ainge wouldn't do that for Kyrie Irving. And he came out and said about the whole thing with Kyrie and everything else, he said, right now we're engaged. We are engaged. And July the 1st, we're going to get married. We'll do the wedding on July the 1st. Well, the wedding is happening on July the 1st, but he also replaced the bride. You replaced the bride and gave him the money you were going to give Kyrie Irving. When he had a heart attack, Kyrie Irving didn't even call him. All the other players said, "Good, well, you know, we heard you had a heart attack. I hope you get well." Kyrie didn't send a damn thing to him. Not one thing when Danny Ainge had his heart attack during the playoffs. Not one get well soon, nothing. Kyrie became a player that was unhappy, that he had to deal with Brown, and he was just playing like, okay, whatever. He made it very miserable for a lot of people on the team. And he wanted out, and he was leaving. So he didn't care no more. It's like, look, they here, I'm leaving. You chose them over me. That's how he looked at it. So Kyrie was gone. So Danny Ainge was like, oh, okay, well, he don't even want to talk to us? All right, well, fine. He can go do what he want to do. I don't care. We'll move on. So Danny Ainge was pissed. So both sides was pissed. Dude, this is the regular season. They knew Kyrie wasn't coming back. Kyrie knew he wasn't coming back to Boston. This was at the end of the regular season. That's why Al Horford left. Al left too. He was like, Al, you might as well go because I'm not going to stick around for this. Al like, I'm going to go get my money because I ain't going to stick around for this either. So he broke out. Broke out. So now here it is. Everyone knows now that Kevin Durant is going to sign a $164 million deal with the Brooklyn Nets, which is going to pay him like $36 million a year into his final year, where he makes like almost $50 million. He's going to make like $47 million in the fourth year. So he's going to get like $35 million in the first year. When a year he's not even going to play basketball. That's how much Brooklyn believes in Kevin Durant. Oh yeah, get the likes up. My goodness, 29 likes? I'm like, Jesus Christ. What is happening here? So now all you guys, I'm in here spilling my guts to you about everything that went on behind the scenes with Kyrie in Boston. It was almost a fist fight with Brown, Kyrie Irving, and Jason Tatum. Kyrie Irving, it got so heated, Kyrie Irving played Jason Tatum one-on-one in basketball and beat him on the court. It's been so much nonsense going on that you guys had no idea what was going on. It was so bad that they went on a podcast show together to try to let people think everything was everything. Like, oh no, we all good friends. That's how bad it was. So the Boston Kyrie jersey, which I loved, with the casino on it, it's gone down the tubes. Celtics blew their opportunity, man. Blew it. So now you know what happened with Kyrie Irving. Why he's leaving. I held on to it as long as I could to the final day. So I was going to let everybody know what happened with Kyrie and why he was leaving. I held on to it. I didn't make the video. I didn't say nothing when all this trade stuff was going on and they just rolled over to Kemba. I was going to hold my tongue, not say nothing until today. And we finally did. And I went and put on the Boston shirt. And we had to do it. So, they just got Kemba Walker because he's a better locker room guy. That's it. That's the only reason he's a Boston Celtic. They gave him the same amount of money as Kyrie. They don't care if he's the same type of player. They don't care nothing. All they care is Kemba's a better locker room person than Kyrie. Now it's finna get to another level. Because now we finna talk about Kevin Durant. That's right. This conversation finna switch to KD. So I hope you're ready. Because you heard all the behind the scenes with Kyrie Irving. Now we gonna switch the gears. And here we go. Now, Kevin Durant, KD, and the Golden State Warriors. Let's get into that. Kevin Durant made it appear as if he was going back to the Golden State Warriors. I reported that he was going to the Knicks. It was a done deal. People told me, I basically told you why. His family was coming up looking at houses in Jersey. No one dreamed that he was going to the Nets because the Nets owners have not shown in the past they were willing to spend that kind of money on free agent players. They were waiting. They were waiting for this. Whoo, they were waiting for this moment right here to strike. Oh, I wasn't wrong. Let's get that corrected. Carcino wasn't wrong. He was lied to. Purposely. And I'm going to tell you why. The person that told me was lied to. Purposely. They wanted to give everybody the impression that he was going back to Golden State and play 1 year because of his injury. That he would return back to Golden State. They were pushing that narrative. And the reason why they were pushing that narrative was strategic. They were still pushing for the price. Because Brooklyn and people in New York, that's why he was in New York, because the doctor who did his first operation is from New York. Everything was already in place and agreed upon. Now they want to revise and revisit his injury. To say, okay, how are we going to view this? Like, we want to monitor, will he still be Kevin Durant? What we're going to do about his first year? So he was saying that if he stayed with Golden State 1 more year and finish out his year and come back in free agency next year, there's no guarantee he might sign with the Nets. See, Kevin Durant wanted to go. He didn't want to be under contract with Golden State no more. He didn't. He did not want to be with the Warriors no more. So he played like he wanted to go back so that the Brooklyn Nets would commit to the agreed upon deal 100% without revising the first year he doesn't play. They gave Kevin Durant everything he wanted. And last week, on the day that I made the announcement, he had made the day to basically forfeit the $31 million because they agreed. They agreed to not take the risk and gamble on the first year Kevin Durant doesn't play. So it was all about structuring the contract to say, okay, well, you were going to get $31 million. With that first year you're not playing, we'll give you 30-something million. But, you're not playing, Kev. But we'll still put you on the team and still pay you $30 million just to put you with the Nets, even though you're not playing. It was to throw people off of the scent that he was leaving and he was ready to go. And it had nothing to do with the injury. It had nothing to do with the playoffs. Kevin Durant had made his mind up to leave before the blow up with Draymond Green, before everything, because Golden State wasn't going to pay him 4 years, $164 million. They would rather pay him a 2-year deal and continuously do another 2-year deal where they can keep him under a salary cap. And he don't want that. He wanted a max deal. And he got it. And he basically settled for less money than what he could have got. Just because they were getting Kyrie Irving on the team. So now the Brooklyn Nets has shot above almost everybody to win the NBA championship. You know it's a done deal, and it's an official deal once you see the Vegas odds change. When the Vegas odds for the Brooklyn Nets changed, that's how I knew it was official. And we're going to know probably within the next 30 to 40 minutes that Brooklyn has spent this kind of money. Now, this might open up a door for Draymond to stay now. Because now they could save this money to pay Draymond, which I don't know if they're going to do. Because if that happens, Steve Kerr is going to have to retire. He's not going to continuously coach the Golden State Warriors with Draymond Green on the team. It's been too many blow-ups. It's happening too often. And each side is sick of the other. So they're going to have to make their decision before the All-Star break. Or before the trade deadline next year on Draymond. Because you don't want to lose Draymond and have him walk away and you get nothing for him. So you'll want to either trade Draymond, which is going to happen because Clutch Sports, the way they operate and do business, is they go out for the max dollar. And they always seem to have an agenda in place. And it's whatever LeBron wants to do. The Draymond thing didn't really help the situation. Because, see, at the time when Draymond blew up, he already knew Kevin Durant's leaving. You know, so that's why he said, "You leave. We won without you. You can go. Leave." He already knew Kevin Durant was leaving. But Kevin Durant did a great job of putting out fake information himself to leak like he was going back to Golden State. So I didn't lie to you. The person that came to me and told me that, he wasn't lying. That information and news was out there that Kevin Durant was going back to Golden State. They put it out there. And please hit the like button. Thank you. They put the news out there. Not us. They were leaking it through the pipelines that Kevin Durant was going to keep the money, the $31 million, or sign with the Golden State Warriors and do a renewed contract. He was putting that out there so that they would commit. I knew he was going to New York. Before any of this was even going on, I was saying he was gone. I did a whole video saying, look, Kevin Durant has went out with his family. They went out and did, the way they did it was sneaky. His family drove from D.C. to Jersey to go look in the rich homes in the real estate area. I know because I know people in the real estate business. who sell these type of properties where the celebrities and doctors live in the real estate investment market. I knew Kevin Durant's family was looking to either buy or rent houses here. Why is his family doing that? Because they were out there looking for him. Because he could not be seen doing these things. They were sending him messages and videos back through the phone because Kevin cannot physically be there, because if he is, there goes the media storm. If Draymond go to the Lakers, whew, man, man, oh man, I'm cutting off the TV. I'm not even watching it. I'll be like, man, I'm done. I can't watch that. And that's crazy because the new stadium that they got in San Francisco for the Golden State Warriors is going to be the highest priced tickets in NBA history. In NBA history, the highest priced tickets in NBA history. There's never been tickets priced at that much, at that price ever. The reason why Brooklyn wasn't spending all their money in free agency is because they were waiting. They were waiting for the right moment to strike. Oh, Denny, man, he's slow. He forgot. That video been made months ago, Denny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Denny. I'm sorry, Denny. We just thought he was going to the Knicks to play because he was going to Jersey. We just never thought for the life of us he would be going to Brooklyn, because we just saw the Brooklyn Nets were not willing to spend that kind of money, but they were waiting for this type of free agency so they would get involved to spend this kind of money because they had the revenue to spend. And boy, did they spend it. They got Kyrie Irving signed for 4 years, $141 million. They got Kevin Durant signed for 4 years, $164 million. Can you believe that? Well, the Knicks are going to get, you guys are going to get Isaiah Thomas and Boogie Cousins. Oh, it's official. That's official. And that money is official. He's going to get $164 million for 4 years, Kevin Durant, with the Brooklyn Nets. And the Brooklyn Nets are paying Kyrie 4 years, $141 million. Players don't want to play for the Knicks because of the owner, Dolan. That's why people were hoping Dolan sells the team. The scrutiny of the New York Knicks and the way he's a very involved owner, and players, if other players who played on that team have talked about the New York Knicks. It's just like the Chicago Bulls. A lot of people don't want to go play for the Bulls. They know Reinsdorf is cheap. They know the Bulls are not committed to trying to win a championship. So the Bulls is like some place you just go just to hang out. But there's no real commitment over there to try to win a championship because the ownership is not determined to win a championship. Wow, I must be doing well. I got spammers coming in here. Michael, okay, Michael just got here late. Kevin Durant was putting that fake information out there because he wanted a commitment for his injury caused a whole new negotiation, a whole new we got to get back to the table and they want to see the terms of the Brooklyn Nets wanted to see Kevin Durant's injury. They still wanted to keep Kevin Durant, but now it was becoming a case of will Kevin Durant stay one more year under the 30 some $million that he had with Golden State, and Kevin Durant was pushing that out there to make sure they commit to paying him every cent that they were talking about in the beginning. They were talking about, well, okay, well, let's revise it and try to make the money lower that first year because he's not going to be playing. So it's all the way the contract is broken up. You guys going to see it, like how much he's going to get the first year, second year, third year. Normally, your third and fourth years is when you make your most money. Like Kevin Durant's going to be making 40 something million, almost 50 million in the last year of the deal. He's going to make like 45 million. Which is going to make it impossible for him to want to even leave and go to another team. Mm-hmm. Now, D'Angelo Russell is saying like he might end up signing back with the Los Angeles Lakers. I hope that isn't the case. Mm-hmm. Well, everyone's hoping the Clippers are gonna get Kawhi Leonard, but the Clippers might not. Mm-hmm. We don't know. But this is very disappointing if you're a Knicks fan. Don't forget to hit the Cash App up, guys, or click the link in the description box to hit that super chat. And you can leave me a message over there personally because we are returning emails today to people, so that would be wonderful. Look, the spammers are even showing up today. And don't forget to subscribe to the page, too, all you new guys who just showed up. Now, because you guys have just got here a little late, we'll kind of speed through the Kyrie situation one more time. You know? We quick on that block button, Jack. Go ahead, spammers. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, I guess the Raider guy just lost his mind. He must didn't realize that what we just told him. Kevin Durant put that information out there. He was leaking at the sources to strengthen his deal with Brooklyn. He wanted to make sure it was finalized, that they honored the agreement that they were talking about. And he was giving the insinuation that he would go back to Golden State, and they were putting together a 5-year deal. They never said they were putting together a 5-year deal. Kevin Durant put all that information out. His team, his media source, was leaking that information through the pipelines. They wanted people to believe that Kevin Durant was going back, and there was a possibility that he was going back. And Brooklyn was forced, because what Brooklyn was saying is, look, this first year we're not going to have Kevin Durant. So maybe we take a guy for 1 year, pay him this type of money, Kevin Durant could stay in Golden State for 1 year, then we can come back to the table next year. And then we'll do a 3-4 year deal. We'll give you the same amount of money. And Kevin Durant said, nope. Not gonna happen. Either you take me now, or don't take me ever. Now, to breeze through, we went through the Kyrie Irving situation. Because I told you, I didn't make any videos. I bit my tongue on it. Didn't talk about the Kyrie situation. But because you guys have just gotten here, and hopefully you guys have newly subscribed people, and some of my loyal people I've seen here forever is showing up right now. I see y'all in there, the Ronnie 9. I see Marcus. I see y'all, my loyal day ones. A lot of people got here late. All right? And they did not hear the Kyrie information. Let me know in the comment section, did you miss the Kyrie Irving situation? Some people weren't here when we discussed Kyrie. Okay, I'm reading there. Oh, Michelle's daughter just got here too. She missed everything. Okay. Everybody is saying they missed it. Okay. We'll do the Kyrie Irving situation right now. Now, let's recap Kyrie Irving situation. Right? We'll recap it. Here we go. Now, yeah, I'm getting a lot of texts about Kyrie Irving. Yeah, I mean, and, you know, KD. They are flying through. Now, here we go. Recap with Boston. Kyrie Irving wanted Brown or Jason Tatum traded before the All-Star break. Okay? He wanted Brown or Tatum gone by the All-Star break. Danny Ainge didn't make that happen. And so that became a big problem. That became a very huge problem. So they ended up having arguments and fights. Jason Tatum even played Kyrie one-on-one on the court after the argument, and Kyrie torched him on the court. It was a lot of big mess going on, and Jason Tatum was like, man, I ain't playing with this guy another year. I'm leaving. If this guy's going to still be on the team. Rozier's unhappy about playing minutes, you know, with Kyrie, and he wants more playing time on the court. And the team is in disarray because they don't like each other. And Kyrie feels that Danny Ainge cared more about them than him. You chose them over me. I'm leaving. Now, Danny Ainge in January and Kyrie, they were both committed to re-signing a deal to come back. They were signing a deal to come back. In January, Kyrie was coming back to Boston. Danny Ainge's own words were this: me and Kyrie are engaged, and on July the 1st, we'll walk down the aisle and get married. Like I said it earlier, Not only is he walking down the aisle on July the 1st, he kept the wedding date, Danny Ainge did, but he just replaced the bride. Now he got Kemba Walker. Because honestly, they don't like each other. Kyrie became very standoffish. He became very disconnected. He didn't want to learn no more from the coach. He didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. He was gone. He was leaving. So by the time All-Star break was around, Kyrie was leaving. Him and his team, so Boston already knew before the playoffs, Kyrie Irving wasn't coming back. It was already a done deal. So it was no more trying to communicate with him. Nothing. But what showed the distaste in a lot of people's mouths in Boston is that when when Danny Ainge had his heart attack, and the players was like, get well. That's my dad's trying to call to tell me about this. Now, yeah, everybody's calling and texting. It's crazy. Yeah, I will talk to him when this is over. So, when this was all said and done, that's what did it. Danny Ainge just says, I want to have a player on the team that's just a pleasure to get along with all the other players. That's at the end of the day, that's that. But when all the players said get well, to Danny Ainge suffered his heart attack and they was get well, sending cards, sending words of encouragement, not one thing came from Kyrie Irving. From what I was told, not one thing came from Kyrie. I hope you have a fast recovery, get well. Nothing. And that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And it was like Kyrie didn't even care about losing at that point. He didn't even care. He played like he didn't care. He was just ready to get out of there. So now he's in Brooklyn. The deal is done. So this is what him and Kevin Durant was talking about in the hallway of the All-Star game. But everybody assumed it was the Knicks. No, here it is. We have the same sources. The same people that talk, like a lot of these guys know certain things. They can't discuss it right away. Like they're on television. They have jobs. Like these people get paid to know this stuff. So if they say something on television, it could really impact their relationships for the rest of the way through. Like Stephen A. Smith lost a lot of connections messing with Kevin Durant. When he was doing his whole war with Kevin Durant. That messed up and rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Like Skip Bayless, he gets a lot of information through the sports writers because he's respected by the sports writers. They remember him back in the day. So all the old guys, when they hear things, all the writers, that's how Skip gets his info. Through the writers. But where do the writers get this information from? Because there's some information that is leaked out by the NBA itself. It's politics. It's like a politician's race. Guys want to maneuver to try to do everything they can to try to make things, what it is. All these deals that's coming out. Right, the NBA allow this, and some of it just leak out because they have guys who got boots to the ground, who see certain things, and certain players who talk and give up certain information because they're upset about what this person said, what that person then said. Well, he's like, Casino, what a day. I know. It's been nothing. My phone's been ringing and text messages been going like crazy. I turned my text messages alert on and it's just been going crazy. This is why I normally don't turn my text message alert on, because when I go live on the phone, it just be bzz, 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 bzz. I got so many text messages, I'm afraid to even look them up. So don't forget to subscribe. Definitely don't forget to do that, because you don't want to miss any of the things that's going to be popping up in these next couple of weeks. The Kyrie Irving situation out of Boston, we definitely covered that enough, but I held back to wait till this day was here so I can definitely give you all this juicy information. The distrust, the arguing, the fighting, all of that was so surreal when it came to Boston. None of that was fake. Those guys really could not get along. They disliked each other, and you could see it on the court. You could see the way they played. It was sad, but that's just how it all played out. Well, the press conference is being set up. Chris Middleton is going to sign a contract. He's going to get a 5-year deal, $178 million with the Milwaukee Bucks. Can you believe that Chris Middleton is getting a bigger deal than Kevin Durant? Chris Middleton is going to stay with the he's going to stay with the Milwaukee Bucks. Congratulations to Chris Middleton. He got a bigger deal than Kevin Durant. 5-year, $178 million for Chris Middleton to stay with Milwaukee, and Milwaukee is gonna keep Brook Lopez. He got a 4-year deal for $52 million. Now Brook could have got more had he left. So we're like 10 minutes away for a lot of this stuff hitting the fan. A lot of stuff gonna start hitting the floor like right now, because now it's official. Free agency has started. JJ Redick has just went to the Pelicans. It's a 2-year, $26 million deal. Derrick Rose signs a 2-year deal. $15 million to join the Detroit Pistons. That's just disrespectful for Derrick Rose. He's a way better player than $15 million. I'd read your comments and I talk at the same time. But if you donate to the Cash App, which is Carcino, on the Cash App, you will really get spoken to. Exactly. I agree. I am the greatest. 100%. D Rose. He got underpaid in that deal. My source ain't shaky at all. Go back and watch that video I put out all the way to the end. At the end, it will say, oh, Kevin Durant has put out on the boardroom that he is confirmed he's signing a max deal with Brooklyn when free agency comes through. Hey, thanks, LeVar Moore. LeVar Moore has hit up the Cash App. Thank you, bro. Or, there's a super chat there in the description box. I just feel sad at the last moment we have of Kevin Durant in a Warriors outfit. It's going to be the picture we see here. You see, that's the last image that we would have of Kevin Durant in a Warriors uniform. But this man brought 2 championships into the city. Took you to 3 straight NBA finals when he was there. 2-time finals MVP. He deserves your respect. He was a warrior. Warrior competes. And that's what he did for you. He competed. Now we always could say LeBron had more help than Jordan. We were saying that in Miami. LeBron Cavaliers ring was legit. No. It's nothing legit by bringing over 14, 15 new players on the team. $42, try $45. That number's already increased. They just traded 3 more people just so they can create cap space. So the 42 trades is up to 45 trades already. And that's just since 2010. He's well over 100 trades by now since his entire career. That's just since he's been winning championships. We ain't gonna talk about the trades that didn't happen from 2003 into 2010. Well, did LeBron stay in Cleveland and get past Boston? He took the easy route. So everything you saying to me to try to take down Kevin Durant, you better turn it around and give it to that bum from Akron. I know, this is the end. That's the end. That's the last time we're going to see Kevin Durant in a Warriors uniform. Yes, our super chat button is in the description box. Said DeAndre's game is overrated. Well, free agency started now. This is one of the biggest free agency seasons in NBA history. So everyone is paying attention to free agency now as it's gone crazy. Kevin Durant followed Kyrie. Yeah, I'm quite sure he's going to follow Kyrie, right? No leadership. Kyrie could be a leader. Some people are different type of leaders. Some people are vocal leaders. Other people are leaders by example. Kevin Durant is a leader by example. But now we get to see how this is going to mesh with their personalities. How is Kevin Durant personalities going to hold up with Kyrie when things aren't going well? Boogie, I heard, is going to take a deal with the Knicks. Yes, it was all orchestrated. Like Kevin Durant, this is what I was trying to tell y'all early on when he was going to the East Coast. And I told you, I'm like, Kevin Durant's going to the East Coast. Because his family went out there and looked for the house in Jersey. I did the video live. And I told you, I'm like, I got word. His family drove from D.C. to Jersey to make it. Why wouldn't they take a plane? Like, they did this on purpose to go scout a house for him. They wanted this to go down. And Kyrie, once they didn't move Tatum and Brown or one or the other, and he felt like Boston was taking their side against him. Danny Ainge was like, y'all just got to work it out. Kyrie was like, I'm gone. And at the All-Star break, you remember when him and Kyrie was talking in the hallway? Yeah, and Kevin Durant was trying to put out there that he might resign back with Golden State, and all of these different things were coming up. Kevin Durant might stay with Golden State. He was putting that out there because of his injury. They were thinking about restructuring the agreement that they agreed upon for the first year. Well, a lot of people think he's going back to the Lakers. So a lot of these deals that are already done are being discussed. And they're flying around right now. No, they didn't lie to me. They were lied to. They were purposely lied to. People throw out fake information. Kevin Durant's team put out this fake information so that they would put the word out that Kevin Durant was thinking about going back to Golden State and taking a deal. And they were like, oh, no, we're going to give him the max. Just give it to him. Just give it to him. So now he's getting $41 million a year. So now they went and gave him. So he's getting $41 million a year, even in that first year. See, the negotiation was about the first year since he got injured. It was like, do we want to commit the first year of $41 million to Kevin Durant when he could just stay with Golden State for 1 year and get his $31 million, and we can still give him the 4-year deal that he's looking for next season. Now, that's not going to work for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't want to be associated with the Golden State Warriors anymore. So he played them as if like, okay, I'll go back to Golden State. Then they're thinking of signing me for 5 years. So now the rumor was out that Kevin Durant had a 5-year offer on the table by the Golden State Warriors, and they were still thinking about giving him a 5-year deal even though he was hurt. That was not true. The Golden State Warriors did not offer him a 5-year deal or was preparing to give him a 5-year deal. This was all being played by Kevin Durant so he can play Brooklyn into committing to what they committed to. I mean, yeah, the person that told me because he got played. You know, they all got told and fed this information. So after July the 6th, then the doors are going to open up for Kevin Durant to be able to move and do the things that he's doing. That's how they do. They manipulate the media. LeBron James is showing them all how to do it. LeBron James manipulated the media to make you guys believe he was going to Philly. He was going everywhere. They were putting up those poster boards. Who you think was paying for those poster boards? LeBron James. He was putting up those poster boards all over the place like he's coming to Philly. Like, look, someone's putting up a poster board for LeBron. Like, we want you in Philly. Come on over here. LeBron's thinking of going to Philly. We all knew he was going to the Lakers. We all knew he was going to the Lakers. Like, Kevin Durant had made his mind up before he blew up with Draymond. He was already gone. He was gone to Brooklyn. He was going to be with the Brooklyn Nets. That his mind was already made up. He was leaving. This was before he had to blow up with Draymond. Draymond knew, everybody knew this was his last year. He's going to go do his own thing. That's why when Draymond blew up and said, you want to leave? Go ahead, leave. We won without you. Because they already knew he was leaving. Why leave? Because the team is going to break up. The team was not going to be able to offer him what he wanted. Kevin Durant wants the team to be surrounded around him and build his own team. Oh, gosh. Was somebody putting Sosa up to speed? Because I swear to God, we just covered this about 5 times within this 1 hour. Well, actually, we have done numbers like this just like a week ago. So, but thank you for noticing. We were at 700 something earlier. Guess you didn't remember that. Hey, thanks. Timothy Sampson came through with the Cash App donation. That's right. You can't donate to the page by hitting up the Cash App. The Bucks have re-signed Chris Middleton for a crazy amount of money. He paid him more money than Kevin Durant. Chris Middleton signs a deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. What he got? 5-year, $178 million. And Lopez got like a $52 million deal. And Terrence Ross is staying with the Magic. Well, I know LeBron's upset. They putting a lot of faith in Kyle Kuzma. Well, Kyle Kuzma, if you got Kyle Kuzma for $2 million a year, you got to steal. So you might as well bank it out with him. Yeah, the Lakers, Magic Johnson wanted Terrence Ross, which means LeBron wanted Terrence Ross. But at $54 million, the Lakers couldn't afford him. Absolutely. Well, because they got to wait to some type of contractual thing, so it can't really be fully announced until like fully done until July the 6th. But at this time, people should give their respect to Kevin Durant. Is this the last time you see him in a Warriors uniform? He gave everything to you guys. He gave you his best. He came in, he did his job. When he was on that court, you won. When Kevin Durant was on the court, you won. Well, the Warriors are in a dispute now. They're in a tailspin. They got the Splash Brothers, and that's who they committed to. So they're committed to Clay. They're committed to Steph, and that's it. Draymond Green is not committed to yet, but now they'll have the money to re-sign Draymond. But will they do it? Because now you're looking at Steve Kerr is not going to be there if that's the case. But as of right now, Clutch Sports is who they'll have to negotiate with, which is a much harder negotiation. And they're going to want to go for all the money they got, all the gusto for Dre. Now, if they can't come to an agreement, they're going to try to wrap Draymond up early. They're going to make an offer. If Draymond want more or this and that, they're going to look to move Draymond Green if they can't come to an agreement before the trade deadline. Because if you could trade that Draymond and get something very valuable for him, the Warriors will do it. JJ Redick has already re-signed with the New Orleans Pelicans. So he's got like a 2-year, $20-something million deal with the Pelicans. So Redick's gone. Derrick Rose has got a 2-year, $15 million deal with the Detroit Pistons, which I felt was disrespectful. Pelicans are going to be dangerous. I mean, they already had a decent team, but now they kind of dangerous. Well, we know Steve Kerr's overrated because the way he coached that series just told us all we needed to know about Steve Kerr. The way he coached that NBA Finals let us know he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Kevin Durant coming back off an injury he had with the calf injury. You play him the game he got hurt in the 13-minute mark of the game. He played 11 minutes of the 13 minutes. So you're basically finna play him out. Knowing he's going to leave, you just playing him and getting out everything you can out of Kevin Durant. I felt that Steve Kerr didn't have his best, and he was to blame more than anybody for his injury. Yeah, and Draymond basically wants Kerr gone anyway. Him and Kerr don't see eye to eye. It's a done deal. It's already done. He's a Brooklyn Net. Yep, it's official now. If my thinking is like Iggy must be done with Golden State. If he come out with the book he came out with, yeah, I think Iggy's done. So Iggy might be gone too. Well, it's only 2 picks for Kawhi: Lakers or Clippers. Oh, I hope he goes to the Lakers. Please let Kawhi go to the Lakers, baby. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait till he go to them Lakers. He gonna drive LeBron crazy. Oh no, don't call it the weakest move in the NBA. He already won a championship. He won 2. He can do what he wants. So why is it the weakest move? No, he going where he want to be. Right in LA. And this bum bruh gonna be over there mad because Kawhi gonna steal his press. If Kawhi wanted to stay in Toronto, that would be very easy to do. Toronto has made it very easy for Kawhi Leonard to re-sign with him. More than I've seen any team in the history of the NBA making it easier to bring a guy back. Oh, we discussed why that happened, sir. They put out that false information that he might stay so that would help out the Brooklyn deal. So that Brooklyn would commit to the 164 million in the first year of they didn't care about the money. Like this was the original deal in place for Kevin Durant. This was the original deal all along. They were thinking about altering the first year of the contract and trying to pay Kevin Durant more in the other years that he's actually going to be playing. You got to remember, Kevin Durant is not going to be playing in the first year of the deal. So you're paying him $41 million just to be sitting on the sideline. So that's what this whole thing was about. It was a negotiation. And what Kevin Durant was doing was using the media, his platform, to push out the message he wanted. Like he was going to stay. This dude said, I'm a snake oil salesman. How did you know that? Get your snake oil, baby. Here it is, right here. Snake oil, right from China. Imported straight from China, baby. Snake oil, baby. Come get it. Snake oil. Yeah, no one assumed that the Brooklyn Nets were that serious. But they were waiting because they've never spent any big money to get anybody. Never. They always deal with people in trades. They take whatever's like garbage is laying around and they try to make things happen, but they were waiting patiently to strike. Like Cobra Kai, baby. So if you want to leave me a message, click the link where it says donate in the Streamlab. Leave me a message over there. And I'll hit you guys all up. We got tons and tons of videos coming out later on in the day. Today is going to be crazy. I have no eggs on my face. No yolk on my face. Not a gob. I don't like egg on my face. I got 8 of everything. Oh, D. Russ isn't screwed. They just wasn't going to pay all that money for D. Russ. And I don't blame Brooklyn. They were never going to pay D. Russ that money, and they glad he played himself into a position where he can go make some money somewhere else. Because they had no intentions of re-signing him. But they will make him an unrestricted free agent once Kyrie signs. So they will commit to that. But for all the people that donated to the page and hit up the Streamlab, I appreciate that. Brat Music 84, I see you. Thomas Felton that hit up the Streamlab. Layla, I love you guys. Trigger, Dez, Anthony, Aaron Bonner, Tony 251, Tyran Keith, Isaac 323, Cornell Anderson, Buddha B, Trigger, Bruh Man, King Sizzle, J Biz, Miss Lovely J came through one time, Von B, Luke Kane, Motown Jack, Tyler from Alabama, Sean, Vaping Fast Break Hassan, The Shy Guy, Lil T, Reek Dog, all you guys. We appreciate all the love and support, man. Who will be the next person to donate to the Streamlab? Just click the link in the description box. It's your boy Carcino. We are out for now because we got a lot coming.